Hello, Steve White, TrekBoy89 for Steve Arts89. Well, I watched Lower Decks, Episode 1, Second Contact, I think it's called. I confess I almost laughed once. The show's not funny. The main character that I really had trouble with, I suddenly forgot her name, I didn't write it down, of course. Mariner. She is so obnoxious, and it's not just her personality. She is subordinate. She doesn't believe in like the hierarchy of command or anything. She ignores the prime directive. Is selling things to people, aliens that they're just starting contact with that like it's not authorized, and so there's that issue. She's worse than, because when we first saw that scene, you kind of thought, well, maybe she was just drunk, but she's like that all the time. Now, Boimler, I want to say Boimler. I can't pronounce anything. He is less of a joke than they make out in the preview, in the little bits we've seen. He is nervous, anxious, he's just terrified. He wants to be in command, but he's like terrified of it, so he's anxious and everything. So he does sort of do stupid things, but he does actually understand command. He understands Starfleet. So he's better than I thought. He's more tolerable than I thought. Tendi is exactly what we thought she was going to be. She's just all awe, and she's not annoying because you see she's just sincerely just impressed and enthusiastic, and a lot of people were thinking she was going to be really obnoxious and perky, and she's not. She's fine. Rutherford is a bit confusing. He apparently has a Vulcan implant, which is cybernetic implant is, and it affects his personality. Like it's this like temperamental switches on and off, and suddenly like becomes like a robot or like a Vulcan, and it affects his personality. So they haven't really explained that. That was just a bit weird. It was a bit like Jekyll and Hyde in a few moments, but the rest of the time he was just an enthusiastic engineer, and that was nice. There's a moment I liked where him, and there were a few moments I actually liked. Like there's a moment when him and Tendi were in Tenfold or crew. I'm not sure it was actually Tenfold or just part of the crew lounge bar, because apparently that goes all the way around the saucer sections. It's not just the little Tenfold and that's it. They were just talking about, he went on a date, and the person he went on a date with, as much as she was beautiful and there was romance, she couldn't care less about a technical problem with doors that weren't opening, that he was, as an engineer, or he was just like, why is this not working? And she just couldn't care less. And of course when he explains that to Tendi, she's like, totally gets it. So whether they're going to end up having a romance because they just get stuff, or whether they'll just be really good friends, I don't know, but that was nice. That seemed like an actual Starfleet moment between crew members who actually care about what they're doing and respect Starfleet, what they're doing. The stuff with Mariner and Boimler, like I said, she's so tedious all the time, every scene. And you find out during the episode, and I'll go into the story later, but you go into find out in the episode, it appears as though she is the daughter or granddaughter of the captain. And she's married to an admiral, and I guess they transferred her to their ship so they could take care of her because she's a hassle. So apparently she's only in Starfleet because of her, so she's SJ, what was I going to say, social justice warrior, Mary Sue. She's a Mary Sue basically, where she's basically been just given her position, and she was on the bridge at some point. She was earning her way up, and she got kicked out. Apparently, it looks like they couldn't deal with her, so they just sent her back to her parents, basically. So the captain actually calls Boimler in to actually ask him, and I'm avoiding actually saying his name because I know I can't pronounce it, to actually watch her and report if she does anything wrong, if she breaks any rules, if she does anything. I'm forgetting all the Starfleet terms, I don't know why, but and of course she does immediately, just like taking... not quarantine, what is it when you're not supposed to have something? I've lost all my words. Like when we see her with the bat left and everything, she's just got a bunch of stuff from the planet, or not quarantine. I want to say quarantine. It's not it. They mention it in the show, but I've just lost the word. Basically, she's taking stuff she's not supposed to have on the ship. So she's just breaking rules all over the place. So she's annoying as hell. The Doctor's fine. We basically just see her being crabby. The main, the commander and that, they are dude bros, they are bullies, they talk down to the lower deck people. It's just insulting to Starfleet, the idea that they're portraying command characters like this. It's very, and if you're looking at this as like a kids program, and some people are saying it should be seen as a kids program, other people are saying it's for 20-year-olds or something, it's very anti-adult, it's very anti-authority. It's not what Star Trek is about and Starfleet is about, where it is about respecting authority, respecting the rules, regulations, morality, all these sort of things. These are not important in this show. I'm not sure what that really means overall, but I don't like it. So those are the characters, basically. I don't think I forgot anything. Oh, the main, the captain, I kind of liked her. She was a hard ass, but she was being, at first you think she's picking on Mariner and being unprofessional or something, but then you realise there's a relationship, and so that's why they don't have a normal relationship between a captain and an ensign or whatever she is. So we get into the actual episode. Characters. The credits. The credits look beautiful to start off with. The artwork is kind of nice, but immediately, and I should do a proper review for this because it is actually on YouTube separately. Basically, they just show the ship bouncing around, running into things, looking ridiculous, and making fun of it, and making fun of Starfleet and everything. And that's not what this show should do. It shouldn't make fun of Starfleet. The humour should be, from within Starfleet. You want to be laughing with the characters, not at the characters, not at the ship. The ship shouldn't be a joke. So that doesn't work. The music, I just kept thinking Galaxy Quest, but it's sort of more of a knockoff of the Orville, and there's very little Star Trek about it. Ketwalski, I always want to call him Ket, like that's his first name and Walski's his last name, was going on about the Starfleet text and how great that was. They used the text. I'm like, that's like the least important thing about this show. There are more Star Trek things that a Star Trek show needs than the correct typeface. So the credits, no, not good. The episode itself had a very simple story. Basically, the new ensign comes on, she gets a tour, we sort of see through her, how the ship runs and how it runs from the lower decks, and Mariner is going on and on about how this is where you want to be. The lower decks, they're the real people. The command crew are just schmucks and losers, and they just want fame and attention and credit and have their name in history, and probably all the things she wants for herself, but is bitter and resentful because she has been kicked out of wherever she was down to where she is. And they go down to do the communications for a second contact. And while they're there, the command crew, the dude bro commander, first officer, gets bitten on the neck, ignores it because he's an idiot dude bro, and it turns into like a zombie rage virus, which I think is a bit of a reference to 28 Days Later. And eventually, because he ignores it, it just breaks out on the whole ship, and they have to deal with it, and of course they're not handling it very well. It's a little bit First Contact, where they're just being taken over, and the other guys are down on the planet, and Blomer catches Mariner selling farm equipment to farmers. Now her argument is they need it, they're being ignored by the main people, these are the real little people who should get attention, blah blah blah. She's doing a good thing, but she's breaking the rules. She should be bringing that to the attention of her command crew and respecting the command structure rather than just going rogue and doing it herself, which she's probably doing it for the money. So she has no integrity. I don't like the character. I know it's a cartoon. I'm not supposed to take it seriously, but you know. So they, Boilerma shows up and Springs are thinking she's selling faces or something, and she's selling farm equipment. They get attacked by a giant spider, which, of course, at first you think is deadly, but then really the farm people just milk it. So they're like, don't shoot it. And they basically wait it out while it basically sucks on Boilerma like a lolly. And that's the only part where I almost laughed, where he's freaking out because he thinks he's going to be killed, and it's just suckling him. And they're naked because she said, let's take our uniforms off and create like a diversion where it attacks, which is a weird thing actually. It did actually attack the uniforms like they were people. So it's like they can't decide, is it actually a dangerous alien that's attacking them, or is it just a harmless farm animal? So they're trying to get a laugh and sort of breaking the consistency of the story just to try and get laughs, and it doesn't really make any sense when you really think about it. And I haven't thought about it too much because as soon as you do, you get problems like that. So eventually the alien falls asleep, basically. It tires out, and they beam back up. He's naked, covered in slime. And when they get on the bridge, they discover that the slime, that is the spider saliva, I guess, basically has an enzyme or whatever that can cure the rage virus. So they create a vaccine. They spread it through the air conditioning in the ship, and everyone goes back to normal. Everyone's saved. But when they're writing it up, they do not acknowledge that they found it. Although they found it. It was a pure accident that they brought it onto the ship because of their stupidity and him not cleaning himself up and presenting himself properly because he lost his uniform. And it was the doctor who looked and just randomly, just how random was that? She just, oh, what's this on him? Checks it. Oh, it's got an enzyme which basically cures the whole plague. It's kind of ridiculous. But either way, she made the discovery, not him. He had no idea what it was. But yet he wants attention. He feels like he should have been acknowledged that he brought the slime on, even though it was purely an accident. So he then uses that to justify not reporting her illegal activities. So he gets on her side and just ignores Starfleet regulations. And so he is originally sold as this character with integrity that takes command seriously and wants to move up in Starfleet, but he's being corrupted by her. And that's basically where the story ends. After that's all over, they're just in the Tenfold or the officers' lounge, just talking and stuff, and then the episode just ends. That's basically it. It wasn't really funny. Like I said, the characters, Tendi and Rutherford could be okay, but the two main, sort of the main characters, Mariner and Boilerma, I don't like them. This is not Star Trek. It's not even good. It's not funny. I don't have anything good to say. I mean, the artwork was kind of okay, but when it was moving a lot, I actually found it hard to focus. I thought I was having a migraine, and then I realised, no, it's the animation. It's actually not you, it's the animation. So I just had to focus on things that weren't moving much because the quality is not really there. The fact that it does look a lot like Next Gen is nice, but that's very much superficial, just trying to pander to us is how it feels. And the end is very much pandering because basically when Mariner realizes that he didn't dob her in, she's like, oh, you're going to be my protege, basically. And then she's like, I'm going to teach you everything about Starfleet. And she starts talking about all the member berries. They talk about Kirk, Deanna's uniform, just everything. She just keeps bringing out all this stuff, which of course we're supposed to go, oh, they know about Star Trek. They know about Star Trek. Oh, this is for us. No, it's just pandering. It's member berries. And yeah, that's really it. I can't really say anything good about it. It wasn't quite as bad as I thought because parts of the crew and parts of the ship function not like normal. It's really just the characters that are a problem. So, yeah, there's not much more to say. It's just, It could have been worse because this is, Mariner is annoying. Mariner is annoying, and but she, like, it's not like all the crew members are like that and all the characters are like that. It's really just her. But she's sort of the main character, of course, because she is. And Boilerman is very much sort of secondary to her, even, yeah. So I'm just going to leave it there. I watched it. I didn't laugh. I didn't really enjoy it. It wasn't as bad as it could have been, but it's not really Star Trek. It's a little bit condescending to the fans. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. I talked longer than I thought, but I had to get through the story and the characters and everything. And my voice is not good. I've got a sore throat and a cold that won't go away. So yeah, at least it distracted me from that for 25 minutes. So I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Comments are fun. Yeah, not looking forward to the second episode, but I guess I'll watch and review that too. Okay, bye.